and I'm going to be making this cute little Easter card today. All right. Hi, Mom. So today I'm going to be using this new stamp by Gina K Designs, and it is called Spring Tulips. It's quite a lovely stamp and easy to color. They have a lot of dark areas that are easy to tell where to put your coloring. And then the sentiments are, hope you have a great birthday. Thank you for being there for me. Your friendship means so much, and you're in my thought and prayers. So it can go from birthday to friendship to sympathy. And I'm using it as Easter. So there's lots of things you can do with it. So this is called a split front card, because as you see, I have my sentiment up here. Put some glue on that. And then it opens like this. All right, so it's called a split front, but yet it stands up quite nicely, okay? And then on my tulips here, I have dimension, and I'm going to show you how I did that. Also, these are in the background, these are in the foreground. Okay, so we have, and then this is just another example of the stamp. I'm not doing this card today, but I just wanted to show you another option where I've just got layers here using my stitch dies, my stitch rectangle dies by My Favorite Things, which I love, and I use those a lot, okay? And I'm using them on this card also. All right, I'm gonna show you how to make it. All right. So we start off with a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5, and then I scored it at 4 1/4. So I have a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card. So what we want to do now is we're going to measure. I'm just gonna 3 inches up. So I'm going to measure 3 inches up from the bottom. So right here. Now, if you have a paper trimmer, you could use it definitely to cut it. I'm going to try this. I don't know if it'll work, but we'll give it a try. If not, I can... So what I want to do is I'm going to cut this top part out. So I measured up 3 inches from the bottom, and then I'm just going to cut down to this 3-inch line here. There, and then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to slide it in here. And so this is about, that's 3, then this is 2.5. And there we go. All right, and then I'm just going to erase those pencil lines there. Okay, just gonna move that over a little bit. Okay, so I just measured up 3 inches from the bottom, or you could do 2.5 from the top, and you're just going to remove that piece like this. All right. You can use a craft knife, you could use your paper trimmer, your guillotine like I did, to cut it out. All right, so there is the front of the card here, and this is the inside of the card. So on the inside of the card, I have cut a piece of paper that's 4 by 5 1/4. So I'm gonna put that on. So that's just going to go right into the center of the card. like that. And then I'm gonna get my little bits and pieces. I cut this mat out of my stitched rectangles. I thought that looked very nice there, so I'm gonna put that on. And I'll have all the measurements on the handout. All right. That's that. Okay, so this is what I did. I stamped it twice. This one I cut out with the stitched rectangles, one smaller than this one. So this one was 4 by 2 3/4, and this one is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. All right. So I cut this one out with the 2 1/4 by 3 1/2, and you'll notice I didn't color these ones because I'm going to show you. And then I cut this one out and I colored all of them. I didn't need to color all of them after. I didn't need these ones, but I am doing those, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fussy cut the foreground tulips. So I'm going to fussy cut these. Just cut those out. Because I thought I wanted to add a little dimension, and this type of technique is coming back, so I just thought I'd start using it. So I would have just needed to color 3 of them. Okay, so I'll just 2 and the last one. This out. These are lovely scissors for cutting, fussy cutting. Okay, so I'll discard that. Okay, now I have brought my marker with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trace the outside of this because there's absolutely no reason to color the whole thing. All right, so I'm just going to take my marker and I'm just going to go around the edge of it. I probably should have used the darker one. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to use the darker one. It's hard to color when I don't have it right over my eyes. There we go. I can fix those up. And if there's any white showing on here, I don't really see it, but you can just go around the edge like this. If there's any white, and it just colors it right in. Okay, so I'll just quickly do that on there. And this is a tri-blend marker, and these are the markers that I use. I actually just ordered another set of the bullets. I think I got them today. There we go. Because sometimes you don't need a brush. Okay, so you can see where I kind of went over there. So then you just take your white your white gel pen. Now you see I've got some extra little things there. And this just is amazing how it just covers them up. Any little marker that you've gone over the edge, it just covers it right up. So it's wonderful. Great. Okay, so I've done all that. So now I am going to take my embossing tool right here. And I always use the back of my MISTI or my stamp platform because it's got foam on it and I don't have my kit yet. All right, so I'm just going to just rub those with my fingers just to, like that. And then I'm going to take the large end and I'm going to go around the outside of my tulip. Start at the perimeter and you can see it start curling. Okay, so it's curling, giving some shape, and then you can do the inside. So there's one, and I'm going to do it to all three to give my tulip some dimension. So I'm doing the perimeter and then the inside. Just go around in little circles. And again, I'm using the larger end of my tool. And then I'm just going to go into the inside and give it a good, there we go. So there's my tulips. Okay. All right. And it doesn't hurt this. Okay, so now I'm going to get some pop dots. Then on the just on the inside here, I'm going to put a pop dot. I don't need to have any on the sides. I just want them right in the middle here. Trim that off. Okay. All right. So now back to my card. So now I'm going to put this on. This is the one that I just colored a few of them and then outlined some. Put that on there. There we go. And then I'm going to take these, and I'm going to take the backing off, and I'm going to put them onto my tulip. There we go. So see why you just have to do the one side there, just the outer side, because you don't see it. And these are just the ones in the foreground, and then those are in the background. And there you go, look at that. It looks so pretty. You can see it from the side, but it really does add dimension to it. You could do that one if you wanted to. I could. Think I will. Since I colored it already, I may as well do it. It's in the foreground too. Yeah, I think it looks better if I do that one too. So I'm just going to take my marker and go around the edge. There we go. And those that missed it, I am going to shape this flower like I did the other ones by going in a circle around the perimeter. And then into the center. There we go. And then I'll take a pop dot. Got a couple here that I cut off. All right, I've got the backing off of that. And put that one there. There we go. So now I've got 4 of them. It looks very, very nice. Okay, so this is Happy Easter from Memory Box. And it's a die cut. So I cut 2 of them. And I'm going to layer them with glue. It's got a... Always have a needle handy for my glue bottle. All right, so we're just gonna put a little bit of glue here, so I say. I have to remember to put the lid on it. I always forget. Come on. Well, that's not coming out. Let's see if I've got any glue left in this one. Whoa. Lots on this one. Now I'm making a real mess. There we go. And it's going to take that and layer it up. Get my head in there. There we go. Just to give a little dimension to it. There we go. All right, I'm just going to clean up that glue. There we go. And then that's all wet. This is going to go right here. And I think it looks quite lovely. I wish I could get my glue going here. Try again. Okay, let's try that now. There we go. And then you could just get you can control over the glue with this one. It doesn't come out too fast or in blobs. That's why I really like these glue dispensers. They're just $1.99. And you just transfer your any glue that you have. I wouldn't put tacky glue in them, but something that flows nicely, like this art glitter glue is what I have in mine. But yeah, I wouldn't put a thick glue in there. All right. And then I'm just gonna put that right there. And I think that's a beautiful Easter card. There we go. Okay, so there is my split card.